Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the show. Yeah, it's Monday, July 28th, and I'm finally back from a whirlwind trip to Thailand. And let me just say, this trip was everything I could dream of and more. You know, from the rooftops of Bangkok to the beaches of Phuket, Thailand absolutely delivered. Bangkok, that city was next level, super clean, constantly moving, and just full of energy. Rooftop bars with views that didn't even look real, some golden temples telling stories thousands of years old, and wow, the street food, yeah, I'm still recovering in the best way. The only thing that stood out a little bit was the graffiti. A lot of it, actually, tucked in random corners, but even that didn't take away from how alive that city felt. And then we hit Phuket, and I'm telling you, it's just like Costa Rica on steroids. Tropical beaches, warm water, wildlife everywhere, and that laid back island vibe that just slows your soul down. It was magic. But vacation's over, and while we were off chasing sunsets and pad thai, the world back home, it did not hit pause. So let's dive into what's been going down in the U.S. while we were away. All right, first up, Tulsi Gabbard dropped a straight up political bombshell. She publicly accused former President Obama of knowing and possibly enabling the deep state surveillance machine. Not just turning a blind eye, but actually helping build the thing. Big accusations, no spin. She's not holding back. Now, here's the legal twist. Because of last year's Supreme Court ruling, the one involving Trump, former presidents now have broad immunity for official acts while in office. Translation: Obama is likely shielded from prosecution, even if shady stuff happened. But shielded doesn't mean innocent, and it sure doesn't mean we, the people, shouldn't know the truth. So the question becomes, does legacy outweigh accountability? Or do we dig deeper? Good questions. Next, RFK Jr. is under heavy fire. He's being sued by multiple national medical organizations. Why? Well, for so-called vaccine misinformation. Even though he's no longer running for president, Kennedy continues to challenge Big Pharma and government ties to vaccine development. His message: transparency, accountability, and informed consent. But clearly that message is striking a nerve. These lawsuits, they feel less like protection and more like suppression. So here's what I'm asking. Is he putting people at risk or just saying what others are too scared to? What about money? Let's talk. More accurately, control disguised as currency. President Trump issued an executive order shutting down the Fed's digital dollar pilot program. His reasoning: a programmable dollar is a programmable citizen. Hey, look, he's got a point. A centralized digital currency could allow the government to track every transaction, control how and where you spend, and freeze access with the push of a button. That's not freedom. That's surveillance economics. I call it paranoid. I call it a healthy dose of caution. What do you think? And finally, let's check the pulse. Trump's approval rating is sitting around 54% last I looked, and it's gaining ground with independents and middle America voters. Why? Border policies are getting real resorts. The economy's stabilizing. Corruption is getting dragged out into the open. And meanwhile, the Democrats are in identity crisis post-Biden, still struggling to rally behind someone. So, yeah, like it or not, Trump's momentum isn't just holding, it's building. So that's what we came back to. Gabbard naming names, RFK Jr. under fire, digital dollar rejected, and Trump riding high 6 months in. Wow, wild times. But here's the real question. What do you believe? Should Obama be held accountable, or is that door locked forever? Is RFK a danger or a truth teller? Would you trust a government-backed digital currency? And is Trump's second term just getting started? I want to hear what you think. Seriously, shoot me a message, drop a comment, or just let them marinate. We're back, we're fired up, and we're just getting started. See y'all next time. Pardon the curiosity.